Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Jeremy. This is my channel, obviously. Thought a lot about what to do for my first video on this channel, and I just decided to tell you a funny little anecdote from the bygone year of 2007. I was working for a fast food chain that doesn't like to be called a fast food chain. This particular night, we had run out of supplies, and we needed someone to go to this meeting spot we had about 15 miles from the store I worked at, and it was halfway between another store and like a few towns over, to make a trade. You know, they needed some things, we needed some things, so you know, we trade off. Obviously, that's what a fucking trade off is. So I volunteer to go and deliver these things, and at this time I was 18 years old. I'd never traveled before by myself, so I didn't really know things like I-20 West and I-20 East and where the fuck they went. If that means anything to you, good job. I put the shit in my car and off I go. Now, it bears mentioning that at the time I drove a 1976 Ford Maverick. And if you don't know what a Ford Maverick is, it's like, imagine if the Mustang had a younger autistic brother that did his best to be everything his older brother was, but just kind of failed miserably. They kind of looked a lot alike, but you could tell something was off about the younger brother. That's what a Ford Maverick is. So off I go, and stupid me, I get on the wrong entrance ramp. I go that way instead of that way, like the genius I am. And I don't realize my mistake until I've traveled about 30 miles in the wrong direction. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm supposed to get off on the Jamestown Road exit. I don't know where, I don't see it, I haven't fucking seen it. So I stop at a gas station, and I ask them, hey, you guys know where Jamestown Road is? And, I'm from the South, I'm from South Carolina, by the way. So they're like, no, not particularly. I promise you, he said not particularly. So then I ask him which direction is the town I'm looking for. He tells me which way to go. And I'm like, oh fuck. At this point in time, I've been gone from work for 20 minutes. And it's about 8 o'clock, I think. 8:15 somewhere. So I just get back in my Maverick and I'm fucking flooring it. And this thing's just barely getting by. He's like, finally get to my exit, I'm just like, get up on that thing, and the speed limit once, in that area was like fucking 20 or some ridiculous shit like that. I'm busting like 45, 50. And unbeknownst to me, there was a huge dip right before my destination. So the way it was set up is it's the road, and then it's a dip, and then it comes up, and there's a dip again to where I'm going. So me going, obviously about as fast as this car could get, it's just fucking, it's awful. There's sparks. I thought I destroyed this car. I'm freaking the fuck out. I finally get to my destination, which is a shitty little BP station in the middle of fucking nowhere, and it had bars on the windows. I'm not making that up. Bars on the fucking windows. So that gives you an indication of what's going on in this neighborhood I'm in. I get there, gas station's closed, there's no one there. And honestly, at this point, I've been gone from work for like fucking 45 minutes to an hour, somewhere around there. I'm looking, I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna do? And this is before, everyone had fucking cell phones. I know you young kids are just like, oh, why don't you just call work and tell them you're gonna be late? No, it's not how it works. I had a fucking one of those Nokias the internet loves so much. You know the ones I'm talking about. And I had track phone back then. So I had no minutes at the time. Or I had like probably 3 minutes, but whatever. So I'm fucked. I'm like, oh fuck, the guy's not here. Gas station's closed. What am I gonna do? And I look, and they're behind, kind of behind the little BP is a like a garage, like a body shop type thing. And I'm like, oh shit, they were open, the doors were open, I could hear people in there talking, and the lights were on and shit. So I'm like, oh, maybe they have a phone, I can call work and let them know I haven't died on fucking I-20 somewhere. I go in there, and this still kind of haunts me to this day. In the middle of this fucking garage was a big ass like fold out table. You know, like the old wooden kind. You know, well, maybe not wood, but you know the kind I'm talking about. The old kind that pretends to be wood, but it's not. And gathered around it, there's 4 guys. There's 2 on either side of the table, and then they're talking to this guy in the middle who looks like the fucking dad from Boondock Saints. I remember that. He had the fucking gray hair, he had a longer beard, a big bushy beard, big pot belly, and they were all laughing and yucking up. One guy, his face was like this. I don't know if he'd had a stroke or if he was just fucking inbred, but maybe both. I don't know. So anyway, this young little 18-year-old fuck walks in wearing a uniform and standing timidly in the doorway, and they all fucking turn and look at the same time, and they just stop talking, like something out of Wrong Turn. I start sweating bullets, and they don't say anything. They just fucking look at me, and it's terrifying. And I asked them, I was like, hey, I was supposed to meet a guy at this gas station, but I'm like an hour late. Is there any way I can use your phone to call work, to call my job, to let them know, I'm okay? One of the guys on the right, he goes, heh. And he looks at the fucking guy in the middle, like he turns very slowly. He goes, he wants to use our phone. And I will never forget what happens next. The guy in the middle looks from the man that just spoke. Let's call him Cletus. Looks from him, slowly turns to me, and he says, we ain't got no phone. It was at that moment I shit my fucking pants. I could see my family, I could see them sending out search parties to find me, because these fuckers were gonna kill me and rape my dead body and bury me somewhere in these fucking woods. But I pulled it together. I says to them, well, thanks guys, sorry to bother you, I'm gonna leave now. And I backed up to my car, which was a good 10 feet away. There was a lot of backing. But I made it. I made it there, and I hauled ass to work. And I get to work, and they're like, oh, hey. And I'm like, yeah, sorry, I got lost. And they're like, oh, it's all right. We sent someone else out there, to meet the guy. And I was like, oh, well, that's good. And they asked me, they said, well, what happened? And I said I didn't want to talk about it. And we didn't. I didn't tell them what happened, because I still didn't believe it happened. It was terrifying. That's the story of the first time I ever got lost. That's one of the last times I ever got lost. I was not going to let that shit happen again. Oh, so there it is, my first official video on this channel. Woohoo! Yeah, I know it's one of those storytime videos that everyone hates so much, but I promised myself I'd have this channel up last week, and things happened, and I couldn't get around to it, so I just had to throw something out there real quick, and here we are. But whatever. Please give me a like and a subscribe, or, subscribe and like, whatever sucks your dick. Just please support me. I need it. Please.